They say silence is golden. Maybe. But in my line of work, it's more like a loaded gun, quiet, dangerous, and always waiting to go off. People think talking solves everything. That words are how you get to the truth. They're wrong. The real truth? It lives in the silence. Between the words. In the hesitation before someone answers or doesn't. This is the psychology of silence. What's not said. I've spent most of my life in rooms where words were lies, and silence was the only honest thing left. You can learn a lot when you shut up and listen. Not to the noise, but to the gaps. The things people leave out, that's where the ghosts live. Take two people in a room. One's talking. The other's quiet. You might think the one talking holds the power. You'd be wrong. The silent one is the one watching. Calculating. Holding something back. That silence? It's got layers. Could mean trust. Could mean trauma. Could mean they're waiting for you to hang yourself with your own words. Silence is like a shadow. It follows you around, whether you see it or not. I've dealt with all kinds of silence. The heavy kind, after someone hears their kid's gone missing. The dead kind, when a suspect stares right through you, says nothing, but says everything. The punishing kind, silent treatment in a relationship that's hanging by a thread. Hell, I've lived inside that silence for years. After what happened to my sister, nobody had answers. Just closed mouths, nervous glances, sealed records. And me? I stopped asking out loud. Started listening to what wasn't said. That's when things got real. There's a term for it, high context communication. Fancy way of saying people don't always spell things out. In some places, like Japan, or old families with too many secrets, what's not said is more important than what is. But around here, in the city, silence is currency. Used right, it can buy time, power, control. Used wrong, it can cost you everything. I've seen it happen. A wife sits silent at a trial, knowing damn well her husband didn't come home clean. A kid keeps his mouth shut after witnessing a shooting. A cop turns away from a crooked partner. You want to know what real guilt sounds like? It doesn't. It just sits there. In the silence. Thing is, silence can be weapon or shield. There's the good kind, when someone listens, really listens, and lets you unravel. That kind of silence saves lives. Then there's the kind that eats at you. The silence that follows you home. Climbs into your bed. Keeps you up at night. You lie there, eyes open, ceiling fan spinning, and all you can hear is what no one's saying. Even in therapy, yeah, I tried it once, silence plays its part. The shrink just sat there. Waiting. Letting the quiet do the digging. Clever trick. Felt like drowning in my own words. But sometimes, you need that. Sometimes silence is the only honest thing in the room. But don't get it twisted. Silence isn't always noble. It's not always wise. Sometimes it's cowardice. Complicity. I've watched people bite their tongues when they should have screamed. I've seen silence protect monsters. And sometimes, silence kills. So how do you know? How do you tell the difference between sacred silence and the kind that suffocates? You don't always. You just pay attention to the edges. The tension. The twitch in the jaw. The eyes that won't meet yours. The words they almost say. Sometimes that's all you get. Me? I carry a lot of silence. The kind you don't shake off. I've walked away from scenes with blood on the walls and no answers. Stared down mothers with hope in their eyes I couldn't match. And every time I open a new file, a new case, I ask myself the same damn thing. What aren't they telling me? Because the truth always shows up. Eventually. And when it does, you better be listening. Because silence never lies.